Alright, 5th grade. Today we are going to be reading Gonzalo's chapter and explaining their relationship. So, open to the next blank page in your notebook and write down the I can statement for today. I can explain the relationship between Gonzalo and Tio Juan. Now, we're going to make Cornell notes, so fold your paper, unfold it, and make a line down the middle. You're going to want to write this down. So, today we're going to be looking at figurative language, because the character Gonzalo uses a lot of figurative language. So, we've talked about figurative language before, but I want to remind you, figurative language is language that is not literal, but it gives us a picture that is larger than life. For example, saying it's raining cats and dogs does not literally mean that cats and dogs are falling from the sky, but it tells us a lot about just how hard it's raining. Now I'm going to read to you from Gonzalo's chapter. So open to page 17 and follow along with me. The older you are, the younger you get when you move to the United States. They don't teach you that equation in school. Big brain Mr. Schmaltz, my 8th grade math teacher, hasn't even heard of it. It's not in Gateway to Algebra. It's Garcia's equation, and I'm the Garcia. 2 years ago, my father and I moved here from Guatemala. I could speak English. I learned it on the playground and watching lots of TV. Don't believe what people say. Cartoons make you smart. But my father, he worked all day in a kitchen with Mexicans and Salvadorans. His English was worse than a kindergartner's. He would only buy food at the bodega down the block. Outside of there, he lowered his eyes and tried to get by on mumbles and smiles. He didn't want strangers to hear his mistakes, so he used me to make phone calls and to talk to the landlady and to buy things in stores where you had to use English. He got younger. I got older. Now, in what I've read so far, I'm wondering if you can spot the example of figurative language. See if you can. If you said, the older you are, the younger you get when you move to the United States, you were correct. Now I'm going to show you how I figured out what the meaning is. I think that the meaning that Gonzalo is trying to tell us is that moving to the United States when you are old is a lot like becoming a child because you have to learn so many new things. He doesn't literally mean that old people turn into babies when they come here, but he's trying to tell us kind of what the experience is like. My evidence for that is that Gonzalo said his father's English was not very good, but Gonzalo was able to learn it quickly. And Gonzalo had to make phone calls and run errands for his father. So that's telling us why his father's experience was like being a child. Now, copy this onto your worksheet, and then you can move on. Okay, so now we're going to move to practice. You are going to keep reading through page 21 with your partner and fill in the meanings for each quote on your worksheet.